Cameraman tripping. All right. Hey, this is Rough House Boxing, and I am that boy Box, and just want to give the breakdown and the results for the Bonet Lipinet fight. Pretty decent fight. Pretty decent fight. Uh, Lipinet won by majority decision, and honestly, I could have seen it going either way. And the judges that did score for Lipinet, they didn't score it by a large margin. I think it was only like 2 points, something like that. Uh, but we'll go ahead with the breakdown. Here we go. Start out with the good, and we'll go with Bonet. Bonet had nice footwork, moved around the ring very well, uh, fought well off the back foot, and let's see, uh, did uh, he did good work to the body. Uh, he was able to get in and out on Lipinet, especially in the first 2/3 of the fight. He was able to get in and out without catching a lot of punishment. So that was good on his part. Good feints and turns. It was hard for Lipinet to time Lipinet's offense and target good shots on Bonet due to the fact that Bonet was circling, was turning, spinning out of punch range, and that kept a lot of heat off of him. So that was a good thing. I got evades punches well, which kind of goes to speaks to what I just said about his footwork, and that was his key his I think his key factor in the fight tonight was his footwork. His footwork kept him out of a lot of trouble. Lipinet wanted to fight in a phone booth, but Bonet, didn't let the fight get to that point. He kept the range, kept the distance, and he did what he had to do. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to pull it out. Now, on the bad for Bonet, uh, he didn't have a sharp jab, and it seemed like he slowed a little bit offensively and defensively the last third of the fight. He didn't punch as much, and he got hit a bit more during the last third of the fight. Offense was lacking during the last third of the fight. He's got a very inconsistent jab. If he could have a more consistent jab, and do work off of that jab consistently, I think it will go a long way in helping him out as he goes along. Uh, let's see. Needs to work on accuracy. He missed a lot of shots. A lot of times, especially when they were in the phone booth range, it seemed like he was just swinging just to be able to get Lipinet off of him, not actually to score or to hurt, but it was just like, oh, here he comes, swing, 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 you know, and he was hoping that it would just clear space for him to be able to get out of the phone booth. Okay, on the Lipinet. Uh, Lipinet had nice use of his jab. It wasn't a piston-like jab, wasn't a very sharp, hard jab, but it was a consistent jab, and it connected 50% of the time, I would say. See, did a better job of finding the target as the rounds went on. Okay, he walked through some good shots. There were some times when Bonet hit him pretty flush with some good one-twos or a looping right hand, and he took it. He took it and kept going. Let's see. Lipinet was the more aggressive fighter. He stayed on the attack the whole time, walking Bonet down, and he did good work in close. Whenever they were in that phone booth, uh, Lipinet seemed to get the better of the exchanges. And like I said, Bonet was just like trying to swing for the fences and find a way out of the phone booth. So, and I got Lipinet as a hard puncher. He's heavy-handed, very heavy-handed. Okay, let's see. The bad for Lipinet, he's flat-footed. Yeah, that was really evident. Now, towards the last third of the fight, though, he did seem like I don't know if he switched into another gear, got a second win. He never really seemed tired, so I can't say second win, but he had more bounce, more spring. He was on his toes more. So but for the overall fight, he was primarily flat-footed. Not much off the jab. Like I said, although he had a consistent jab, he didn't really nothing really came off of the jab. It was just jab, 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 enough to get in the phone booth, and then once he got in the phone booth, then he went to work. Let's see, all of his punches were the same speed. Yeah, there was no switching punch speed, so he started to get real timeable, real predictable. And a lot of those punches were telegraphed and you could see them coming. So that is that. Like I said, Lipinet over Bonet by majority decision, and one of the judges scored it a draw. And I could have seen it go a draw, or I could have seen it go either way. So but overall, pretty decent fight. And in regards to the Quillen and Love fight, Quillen won by unanimous decision, but that fight was trash. And so is Jalen Love. That dude is garbage. He spent the whole fight just running, bouncing and running. That's all he did. He didn't have any type of offense to speak of. And I started out trying to break that fight down as it went on, and probably about round 3 or 4 out of a 10 round fight, I just gave up. I just stopped. It was not an entertaining fight. Uh, I think Love's days are numbered over there at TMT because he didn't. He got stretched his last fight, so I think this fight he was gunshot, but he picked the wrong fighter to be gunshot against because Peter Quillen is not a top tier fighter. So yeah, but that's what's up. Um, Once again, this is Rough House Boxing. I am that boy Box. Hey, thank y'all for coming by the house, man. But that's all I got for now, man. Y'all can go ahead and get on out the house. It's more boxing to watch, man. Go watch TV. Go watch boxing. Hey, don't forget Kovalev and Alvarez on HBO later on tonight. So yeah, and I'll be doing predictions uh before the fight, uh breakdowns and recaps after the fight. But that's what's up.